Let your shirt up. There we go. We're live. Hey, y'all. Hey. Well, this isn't exactly what I meant by going live, but still having this technical difficulty. I can't seem to get the video going, but I am here live, y'all. You can hear me live. And my special guest, you might hear him. He may say a little few things, but we'll see if you guys can figure out who it is. So if you let StreamYard put your comments up so I can see them. Oh shoot. Now my neighbor calls me back. Okay. And there we go. Do you hear my special guest? Do you hear him? He's here, y'all. He's here. It's my grandson. He's speaking and saying things and wants to be part of the conversation. He's looking at my phone because I'm trying to get the Facebook group up or something, or YouTube, one of the two, so that I could see. There we go. I want to see your comments. Oh, wow. Oh, say excuse me. There we go. Okay, so that way I can see your comments at least on Facebook. If I can't see YouTube right now because I don't have that many devices. So, oh, I'm sorry. Here, let me turn that down. Okay. So turn that down so you don't have that feedback and hearing the echo and all that stuff. But anyway, we are here on day five of this challenge. This is the last official day of the challenge. And let me get something up here so you know that you're in the right place, just in case you jump on. And and this is, my DJ, my DJ grandson. He's making his appearance vocally, and I dare not to put him down because he's sitting in my lap right now. But if I put him down, he will be everywhere, and I will have to chase after him. He just turned 1, and so no, that's not for you. It's trash, baby. That's trash. He just turned 1. He has this little play thing where he can twirl around and has a whole bunch of things to play with, but he wants to sit with his. He wants to sit with Gigi. So this is Hope for Your Future, day 5. And we are talking about hope in our finances and the future of our finances. As single moms, finances, that's a big thing. That's a big thing. And oh goodness, that's a big thing for single moms, because that's sometimes a very big challenge for us. That's sometimes a very big challenge for us when it comes to finances, because everything is on us. Even if we might have child support, we still have to come up with some things. You know what I'm saying? I don't want that to scroll. Okay. Anyway, so we still have to come up with some things, and the way we come up with those things, we have to be creative. And so this is the main reason why. Ew, that was nasty. You put that in your mouth. Yeah, for real. You put that in your mouth, man, and you just stuck it in mine. That's nasty. But anyway, so the challenge for us in a lot of areas, almost probably all of our areas of life, of our lives, is the biggest one is finances. So here's the thing: when we work on those other areas of our lives, our personal, and I'm talking about just us, not our children, but just us, our personal, our personal lives. Um, when we work on those areas, and and uh, and we're good with it, and not saying we're perfect. We don't have to be perfect. Perfect is, if that doesn't exist, y'all. The only person that's perfect is, who that is. Who everybody knows who that one perfect person is that walked the face of the earth. Uh-huh. Yeah, that person. Um I'm just gonna say it. Jesus is the only one that's perfect, that has walked the earth. We're not perfect. We're supposed to be whole, and the way that we become whole is by focusing on some areas of our lives, our personal lives, our spiritual lives, connecting with our spirit, with our physical lives, the outside, the exterior. What are we doing? What are we doing? And that goes as far as what are we speaking and what are our actions. So that physical, it goes through a whole bunch of things. What are we physically doing, and what are we speaking about, and focusing on? So so those are some things, the physical, and then there's relational or relationships, and that's the relationships with our children, with our family, with our kids. That is the fourth area, and then today is finances. So we have to pay attention to these areas, do some focusing on these areas, and when we find ourselves not focusing on these areas of our lives, then that's where the focus journaling comes in. So I told you all about that a couple days ago, about how to set that up, and I'll have to do another. I'm sorry, there's a comment coming in. Okay, there's somebody here that said, hello everyone, hello, thank you for watching, and but there is there's a let's see. So sorry, I got a little distracted there. But there's some things that we could do with our finances where we could help ourselves out. So here's something that I did recently, and somebody brought this up, or I came across it, because I'm always looking for other single moms that have done some things and are leveling up in their lives, basically looking at using different perspectives, and bringing increase into their lives. And so I'm looking for people like that, and I have found a lot of people that do that. And one of them was, some of the things that you could do is ask for a raise. um that can work in some jobs. That's not something that they do, but in some jobs you can go in and ask for a raise. Say, hey, I've increased my sales by this much, or if you're in retail, or I've done this, or I've done that, I've implemented this, and these things are working, or helping to increase the sales of the office, or with helping things to run more smoothly. Things that they know good and well are working in that area, and you've done and then done a, created some type of increase for the company or your division. And then yes, you can go in and request a raise. And all they could do is say no. You can't be afraid of somebody saying no. Just as I tell my kids, if you never ask the question, then the answer is always no. So when you ask the question, you never know, they might say, you know what, yeah, I'll do that for you. How much you want? And you need to have something in mind about what you want for your raise. Some other things that you could do is give yourself a raise. So like I work for I work for a company. I'm in a position as a kitchen and bath designer right now, working for a company, and I get base pay and commission. So here's the thing. Um, it's been, the rumor is that if you go in and want to raise, here's what they say: sell more, give yourself a raise. So I'm like, say what? Say what now? But I get it, and it sounds good, but that's the challenge. That's the challenge because it does sound good, and then you got to wrap your mind around that and say, okay, how can I do better in sales? So something that I've done in my sales is I have uh gone and sought some mentor, and there we go. I couldn't think of. Yeah, that's what you did for sales. What? So anyway, so he took his pacifier out of his mouth, y'all. So he got stuff to say. He got stuff to say. Yeah, because I'm talking, he want to talk too. Yes, yes. What? What? Tell him, King. Okay. So anyway, so what I've done was I sought out some mentors and some people that are doing things bigger than I am, on different levels than I am, on higher levels than I am, and I sought them out and have been hanging out with them and seeing how they've increased some things. So there was this one single mom, and she's got a group that's going, and that I participated in one of her events, and it was really good. It was a 1 day event, but there was so much. So, oh baby, what's wrong? You sleepy? Come here. Come here. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay. But there was one event where that I attended, and she mentioned this. She said, ask for a raise. I met another single mom that was there that is sharing her story and how she came across that. First off, she was a teacher. I think she might still be a teacher. I don't remember. But she has the credentials for all of that, and she teaches conversational Spanish. So she has this now new job that I think she does in the summertime. Don't know. Don't know if she's full time or not doing this, but she teaches conversational Spanish to companies that have a large Hispanic clientele or customers. And so now you'll be able to speak to them. Here is a little quick tip, a little quick uh, uh, something to know about me is that I took Spanish for 4 years in high school. For 4 years in high school. So I did Spanish 1, Spanish 2, Spanish 3, and AP Spanish my senior year. Crazy thing was is that the teacher was like, "Oh, you speak so well. We want you to keep going." And so I ended up taking Spanish all 4 years of high school. The thing was is that I had a babysitter that was Spanish speaking, and she didn't speak any English at all. So I had to figure out what she was saying. My mom spoke Spanish. Um, and so that's how she ended up being my babysitter when I was in elementary school. And so she spoke Spanish, and I got basically pushed into a household where there were Spanish speaking people. Um, Her kids didn't really, they were younger than me, so they were still like in diapers and little and stuff, so they spoke only Spanish. The only one that spoke some English was the dad, and it was kind of broken English, but he also wasn't there. He was at work. So so anyway, I grew up with a Spanish speaking babysitter, and that was for a good year or two that I was with her, and then I became a latchkey kid. So back in the day, that's what they called, was latchkey kids. When you had a key to the house, you went home. Your parents were at work. You let yourself in. You lock the door behind you. You don't answer the door. Back then, we had telephones that were. Don't kick that, baby. Don't kick that. Is it bothering you? Because it's got my attention, huh? Say, yep, sure is. um, but um, but yeah, So anyway, so you let yourself in, you don't answer the door, and this is back in the day when we had telephones that were installed to the wall or plugged into the wall, and all the time we didn't have mobile phones and all that, but you also didn't answer the phone. Because we had landlines, which are lines that are connected to wires, of course, that you plug into the wall. So anyway, so I was a latchkey kid, and that started about fourth grade. I had after the Spanish speaking. Oh, come here, come here. After the Spanish speaking babysitter, she had went back to Mexico, and I don't think she ever came back. And and then I went to another babysitter, and she had other kids that were in school age, and one was like my sister's age, so in high school as well. And so, but I had that early experience with Spanish, and so I picked up the accent very well. So then, when I went to high school, you had to take a foreign language, and that foreign language was required for at least 2 years. You had to do a foreign language for 2 years. So so I did that the first 2 years, and my teacher was just like, "No, you speak so well and want you to keep going, see how far you can go." And so it ended up being 4 years of Spanish. But anyway, I'm saying all that to say this. I have the background to speak Spanish, but I have not practiced it on a regular basis. So I'm a little slow with speaking it, but I understand it pretty well. I don't know all the words, but I can learn some more words. So I reached out to this single mom. I reached out to this single mom, and she offered me a vocabulary list that would give me words that I can use. Yes, yes, she gave me words that I could use to increase my vocabulary. Then she also has a coaching session that she can give you, that she will give you tailored words to whatever industry that you're in, to give you that conversational Spanish that you can have with your customers and clients. So we do get a lot of customers in there that speak Spanish, and I do attempt to speak Spanish with them, and I'll tell them that my Spanish is not, I speak a little bit of Spanish, and unfortunately, a lot of the times, well, maybe not unfortunately, but a lot of the times they hear my accent and they're like, "Where did you learn how to speak Spanish?" And I tell them I took Spanish for years, in school, and then try to tell them my babysitter, but I don't remember how to say babysitter, or don't know how to say babysitter in Spanish. And I tell them my babysitter spoke Spanish, and they're like, "Wow, you're doing good." And I tell them, "Oh, I'm doing all right." I can speak around stuff, but it ends up being a long conversation. I can't a lot of times get straight to the point because I don't know the word, but I can speak around the word. So anyway, you want to go play in your thing? You want to go play in your play thing? Do 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 do. You just want somebody to focus on you. Focus on me, Gigi. Focus on me. Here, you want some of this? Okay. So anyway, let me put some of this in his sippy cup here, and that might tide him over just for a hot second, because he'll probably drink it with a quickness. But anyway, so that's something that I could do. I could reach out to her and get some insight, or get some words, and get some phrases and things that I can use in order to sell more cabinets. So I would sell a lot more cabinets if I spoke Spanish more fluently. And so that's something that could be done. So I could do that, and then that would increase my sales, right? Right. So that's one way of doing it. That's another way, I should say, of doing it. Increasing sales, doing that, finding and figuring out ways maybe to bring in more customers to the store. That's something else that you could do. So there are some things out there and some tools out there like ClickFunnels and all that where you can actually bring customers into the store or into or show people the product, things like that. You could do lives on social media and tell them what you do and how you'd be willing to help them. All of that are things and creative things that we could do to increase our income. You could start a side hustle. I knew he was going to be done. I'm sorry, y'all. He's done. And I might have to get up and go get him something. But all right, y'all. All right. We might have to cut this short because somebody's about to go really nuts here. Here. I'll go get you some more. Okay? I'll get you some more. Here. Go sit in this real quick. Oh. Sit here. While I go get you something, just chillax for a moment. He's gonna keep y'all entertained with his soon to be screaming. Yes, it's Gigi. Yeah, so anyway, so this is multitasking as I've got my grandson tonight. So those are some things that you could do. So now that you've got some ideas, you could think outside of the box of some things that you would want to do. Mind you, doing a lot of these things that where you're creating more income can be uncomfortable, but we got to get used to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. I got that from Steve Harvey. Get comfortable with being uncomfortable. I also got that we're not meant to be perfect, but whole. I got that from Jane Fonda when she did the master class with Oprah. So, there's some things that just make sense and open up your mind to think differently about situations and things and ways that we can increase our income. Side hustle doesn't necessarily have to be something that takes you outside of your home. It could be something that involves your children or something that you see there's a need for it somewhere. I know if you guys have watched Robots, that was an animated film from probably quite a few years back. But there was an animated film called Robots, and it was about these robots, and there were tinkers and all that stuff. And it was almost like loosely on the Wizard of Oz because there was the big boss robot that created everything, and his saying was "See a need, feel a need." And so that's true in life. If you see a need somewhere, maybe it's you that needs to fill that need. So think about that. Whatever it is that really just, as my son would say, grinds your gears. See what it is. What's the solution to it? What could help if something else was there to help in that situation and to maybe be the answer to whatever that thing is that really aggravates you. So these are things where you can find, second incomes, where you can find something that you could do maybe on the weekends, or, maybe if you're good at baking, you could offer to bake cakes for the parents in the neighborhoods. They go to stores. A lot of the parents that don't have time, they go to stores and buy these baked goods and stuff. But why not buy them right in your own neighborhood with your neighbors, I heard a pastor saying, I don't remember what pastor this was, but there was a pastor that said you could bake your way out of anything. And I was like, dang, I'm pretty good at baking. I was like, maybe I should do that and start offering baked goods to my neighbors and have some side money that way, especially around the holidays. People are definitely looking for baked goods, cookies and cakes and all that stuff. And I'm really good with I'm really good with those things and making those things. So that's something that I'm going to be considering this holiday season, is offering baked goods to my neighbors, to maybe bake make rolls, pies and cakes and cookies and all that stuff. I'm pretty good with that. And it's a little bit easy to me. And so I was like, why not? Why not? And think about some things that you could do. As far as the single mom queen kit, I'm going to have to post that in the group, and I will also post it on the YouTube channel. Not, it's like this. I'm just having all kinds of technical difficulty this week with this challenge, and I've never had this to happen this bad, throughout the whole entire challenge. I was excited to come on and thought that it was going to be live where I could see your face and you could see, well, you don't see, I don't see your face, but you could see my face. And I thought we were going to have a good time and you'd see my face, but all you got is a picture of my face and my voice. I don't know what this is, but oh my goodness, baby is finished with his sippy cup and he is upset. So we're gonna have to shut this down, y'all. But anyway, as far as the single mom queen kit, I'll post it in the single moms club. What it is for this month. I'm gonna leave up the recordings throughout the weekend. We'll have the giveaway on Tuesday. So that way, if you didn't get to watch everything, you could just go and watch. Oh my gosh, that is not what I planned on pouring in that. Thank you very much. Yeah, exactly. You're burping already. You've had enough, sir. But you want more, please. Hmm? But anyway, so I'll post that in the group, but you can watch the replays. Give your takeaways on this challenge, which definitely was a challenge. This was definitely a challenge. I still have hope for my future. I'm still hopeful that all of this will work itself out. I don't know. Maybe I need to get a new laptop. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe I need to upgrade my service or something. I don't know, but hey, where there's a will, there's a way. I used my cell phone. I used what was in my hands. You do the same. Find out what is in your hands, what comes easy to you, and what just really grinds your gears, that you may have a resource to help somebody else with the answers to that situation and have yourself some type of side hustle. So if you didn't get it, the resource guide, I dropped that. I think I dropped that in the Facebook group. If I didn't, I'll do it tonight. But it's going to be late because I've got my grandson. I need to wait until he goes to sleep. And then on the YouTube page, I will do the same thing. I will add it to the description, or in the comments in the under this live, and you'll have that. So anyway, thank you guys so much for bearing with me this week and all these technical difficulties and this live conversation, but not a video. But anyway, I love you guys and much love. And I will see you guys on Tuesday for the giveaway, and I will drop in the Single Moms Club as well as the Single Moms Level Up page in the comments what is in the Single Mom Queen Kit. Much love, you guys. Hashtag Single Moms Level Up. We out. Woo! The baby's crying, y'all. The baby's crying. He's done. He's had it. And so we got to go. Yes, baby. Just let me end it. I'm coming. I'm coming. I know. I'll get you a bottle. It doesn't seem to want to end. Yes, it's